Hey guys, so it's winter up here in Scandinavia and that poses new problems for amateur YouTubers such as myself. You see, it's dark most of the time and to do videos you need really good lighting. So in this video we are going to make a DIY LED light panel. These things are all the rage. First though, I need to figure out how to erect my workbench. So here's a couple of pieces of wood, not sure which one we are going to use. And here's a shot of the LED light strip itself. There's about 300 LEDs on this 5 meter long strip. 5 meters is what we're using today. Now here I'm marking off the wood. I'm going to aim for a panel size of 40 centimeters times 40 centimeters. I think the bigger panels give a softer, more pleasant lighting. Listen, it sounds like I actually know what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you look carefully at these strips, you can see there are certain points where it is designed to be cut and then soldered together. And look who's come to help me. This is my son, Eddie. So very carefully, you want to cut at these marked sections. This leaves a little bit of metal onto which you can solder. There you go, 2 little small solder tabs. And these things are self-adhesive, so let's just stick them down onto the wood for now so we don't drop them on the floor. Yeah. Good, grabs. And there we go, there's all the finished pieces chopped up into size and roughly positioned on the board. Now we're actually going to fix the spacing. It works out to be 3 centimeters between each strip. So now we're sticking them down more carefully, but we noticed the self-adhesive didn't work at all well, so we're going to reinforce it with some hot glue instead. Even the hot glue didn't work very well, they were falling off all the time, but never mind. Now these are waterproof LED strips, and this was a real pain. It meant I had to, with a knife blade, remove some of the silicone so that we could reach the metal soldering tabs. Whilst I was doing that, my son was trimming little pieces of wire that we needed to solder together the strips. Okay, here we go, applying a bit of solder. I think I did the first one, then my son had a go. His first ever time soldering, he did pretty good. There we go, you can see how we're just joining up the strips with the little pieces of wire here. Lots of hands working here. It's very nice to have an extra pair of hands when you're soldering. So my eyesight isn't great and Eddie has never soldered before, but between us we make a pretty good team. The temperature is plummeting and both of us are starting to wish we were inside drinking a nice warm cup of tea, so let's get this job finished and wrapped up now. I drilled some holes and attached rubber bands with cable ties so that I can hang it on my camera tripod. Before we connect it to the battery, I'm just going to check continuity and that there are no short circuits. I don't want to blow up the lights or damage my battery. And we'll stick a bit of tape over these exposed bits of wire. Not that it helped anyway, because the tape fell off after a couple of hours. But every job needs to have some gaffer tape, right? And there is the finished result, and here it is switched on. A bit of a blue light there, which I wasn't really expecting. This is supposed to be cool white. Also, it wasn't quite as bright as I thought.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Here are the kids demonstrating, and they noticed that the lights are weaker at the top than they are at the bottom, where the battery is connected. And here's the effect of it shining on my keyboard. You can see the battery I'm using as well there. Once again, you can see how it's brightest at the bottom. So here I am. I don't think I can use this light. It doesn't look really very great, so it's a bit of a disappointment in that respect. But on the other hand, my son and I had a very nice afternoon together and I taught him how to solder. He really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Cheerio!
Woody piano shack.